Yeah, I don't want no floaty, waxy stuff in my beverages.
It's harmless. It won't hurt you. I'm sure if I can.
Well,
After
listen.
a couple years of it might.
There's so many things that in minute, minuscule doses they're not hurting you, but cumulatively they will.
Yeah.
And it's easy to get into a thing, and then all of a sudden, oh no, I am filled with plastic.
And then one day you just stop pooping and the whole world stops for you because you've got all that plastic in you.
There's both urban legends and real things about people who do things that end up doing things, like someone who just eats sushi all the time forever and ever, and it's all they eat, and then they get parasites because all they ate is sushi for so long.
Yeah.
People who drink this bubble tea, what's the rumor?
Oh yeah, the bubble, it causes cancer, those little black things in there. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, you're telling me about
but
that.
But they still drink it, but it causes cancer.
Well, so I don't know anything about that part of it, but I know that someone apparently drank so many that they just every day, and the bubbles didn't digest, and they just were full of bubbles.
Yeah. Yeah. It blocks your.
Yeah.
Now. So do you poop bubbles like
now,
gum?
I don't know. So first of all, I've not ever sampled this, and all of the stuff that I'm saying could be a complete lie. Don't trust me on this. As an internet personality, I am an authority on most things, but it doesn't mean that I know anything about something that I don't know anything about.
That's true.
Yeah. There's just no I have no frame of reference or experience in the bubble tea industry. I'm not trying to defame them or slander them. If your bubble tea is perfectly healthy and fine, then you just make your bubble tea and drink it up. And if it causes cancer and everyone knows and they like it, people smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, that's true.
I think we've officially started the show on the bubble tea subject.
Yeah, we should start the show.
Well, no.
You said hold on.
Okay.
And then I'll take it off.
Oh, that's great. You don't even have to talk all night. Like if you
Aww. Aww. I sound like a car. Aww.
The mic's right here.
That's funny.
Well, welcome to the special Halloween episode.
Yep, welcome to the MAWPCAST 1 radio program. We're your hosts. I'm Potter. This is Soundman Chris. This is Ashlee Marie. We're here to have a festive Halloween show. Lots of Halloween songs from the greater Tacoma area.
Awesome.
That's right, Chewbacca.
I like that. I didn't know that was a surprise to me.
Yeah.
So, we should probably tell the people that are just listening what we're wearing.
Well, yeah, it's an audio podcast.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a Viking crown, a helmet.
And a cape.
And a cape.
Don't forget the cape.
It's a nice cape. It's like a blanket.
Christopher, what are you wearing? If you couldn't tell already. So are you a Yeti or a...
Oh yeah, I'm a Yeti.
He's trying to smoke pot to his Chewbacca mask.
I can tell I'm struggling.
Chewie's not stoked about this. It's like, no, dude. He's in pain. Once we found out that it's difficult for Wookiees to smoke weed. Yeah.
Literally the hardest thing in the world.
I like that it changes depending on what's going on there. Like, you had it all longer. This is totally like that Empire Strikes Back audio that I listened to, where Chewbacca would just be making sounds
the whole entire time.
It's like no one's even talking to him; he's just back there making sounds. It's like,
that's good, Chewbacca. Well, I'm here patrolling these guys.
that's right.
I'm a cop on duty here.
That's right. Ashlee's dressed like a police officer.
I'm off duty, obviously.
Trying to improve the image of the police. I feel like this is blocking the shot. There. Move this out of
We have to move the glazed donuts.
Yeah.
No! I like it. comes around the corner.
Yeah.
Pumpkin carving time.
I'll try to put this show out a day or so early so that there's a little more breathing room with the holiday. So people can listen to the songs while they do their trick-or-treating.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a good
I mean, it's
idea.
going to be out Friday anyway, but if I put it out like Thursday, maybe Wednesday, then it's a little more, just room to move.
Yeah, they could have a spooktacular week.
That's right.
Spooktacular. Yes, indeed.
So I got kicked out of the pumpkin patch.
You got kicked out for being unruly, or
No,
what?
I was
dressed-
taking too long.
Take it way too.
So who kicked you out? They did.
No, I got really stoned.
So hold on, there's a pumpkin patch. They have like 15 rows that are freaking a mile long. She went down every row.
Multiple times.
Multiple times. Finally, to the point where I think the guy was thinking you were trying to smuggle him away or something like that. So he was out there going, all right. Started questioning him.
Now here's my thing. I was having really bad luck. One, I was stoned, so I wanted to find the perfect pumpkin. The whole purpose of going to the pumpkin patch is to find
I've
your
lived through all
pumpkin.
this before. Yeah, you're
Yeah, you know.
You're okay.
You gotta find your pumpkin. So I'm walking around, and every single time I found the pumpkin, it was rotting, or I'd pick it up and the top come off, or you turn it around and it's
So
just not
actually,
right.
what the dude thought was you were just going around vandalizing his fucking pumpkins.
Probably.
And he's like,
Probably.
this bitch, man.
Probably.
She's smashing all my pumpkins. It's
Yeah.
like, she
But
just
you know
gets
what
a
was
thrill
it?
out of this.
I
It's
just
like,
wanted to find a perfect
this is
pumpkin.
my livelihood over here, and she's just like being a punk.
Yeah, well, I didn't find the perfect pumpkin.
At all?
I ended up
At all?
rushing. I rushed, and then I had put a pumpkin in there, and I realized it was really beat up. So I told the guy I didn't want the pumpkin, and then he forced me to take the pumpkin anyway. He said, "You don't have to pay for it, but you're taking this pumpkin." I said, "Okay, all right, dude. Now we have an extra pumpkin."
It's an offer you couldn't refuse.
Yeah, I mean, he was very nice. He gave me the pumpkin anyway.
Yeah.
But you know,
I think
he kicked me out.
they're just trying to get rid of shit at this point. I think, I don't know.
I guess probably that's.
Yeah, so that was my.
Every time I look at you,
pumpkin.
Potter, I want to hear you sing "Kill the Rabbit," but like an opera voice, like Elmer Fudd.
That was a great cartoon.
Yeah.
It's one of Bugs Bunny's shining moments, and Elmer Fudd's.
It was.
I'm sure is this recording?
Is it?
It's
Is it?
not recording. Not recording at all.
Have we not been recording this whole time?
Nope. Sorry.
Oh, that's really bad.
Now let's do it all over here.
Okay.
Well, I can transfer the audio from the video and
Okay, let's
just
do that.
make it the best that
Let's
it can
do
be.
that.
And for those,
Yeah. That's true.
We can't remake the magic
Yeah,
that just happened with
Yeah.
that.
it'll just be what it is. Yep. I'm glad I checked though.
There we go.
Chewbacca is not.
Oh yeah. That is a lot of wasted.
Yeah,
but-
we have to keep that.
It will be on the.
Yeah, you'll make it work. I have faith in your part.
Oh no!
This whole show's just going to shit.
Black, gray sky, hello blue. There's nothing can hold me when I hold you. You feel so right, it can't be wrong. Rocking and rolling all week long. These days are being free. These days are
Everything's falling apart. There we go.
Oh my
There we go.
goodness! There we go.
Well, so a portion of our audio is just not as great as it is, and you know what? Sometimes it's not as great as it is anyway. Like there's just
That's
times
okay.
where I just like where our levels are uneven. It's it's a fly by the seat of your pants operation. We just do things and they end up like they are because this is what it is when
Yes.
you're semi-professional and pulling things out of
Oh
you.
yeah, we never claimed to be pros at this, so hey, so get what you get.
This is like just a good example of what anyone can do if you just do things. Just do the things. We might have that second podcast finally after all these years with the shows coming up. If we can get that dialed in, it's almost there. It's right there. It's right on the edge. Brad Petrovich has offered a bunch of other shows. He's got two.
Really?
Yeah.
Very cool.
And so, yeah, it would be very cool. Because, again, that's exactly what I would like is to just have a abundance of shows from all over the place, different venues, different sound men, different bands
Mm-hmm.
from different years, and it
From
can just
all
be a
over.
kind of indefinite thing. Like that kind of show can go for a long time. Like the whole
Yep.
King Biscuit Flower Hour. Here's a
Yep.
band from the late '80s, and here's a whole show, because there are some shows like that around. Like there's some old Girl Trouble shows and different stuff like that around, and other stuff starts to surface when this kind of opportunity arises. So that's
That's
great.
Yeah.
true. Very true.
And then it doesn't like put the pressure on you to put one out every week, because it's like instantly like, fuck, I got to do another one already. This one was just finished, and
Yeah.
I've got to start on the next one. And
Well, luckily, a lot of the ones I have, that is, there really isn't a whole lot messing around with it. Yeah, I mean, there's the blending of the board and the room, and then some of the earlier ones, I was doing a little bit of everything.
uh,
But I found that it was really tedious, and I was taking my focus off of what I was doing.
yeah,
And I was
Yeah.
kind of focusing on that when I shouldn't have been. I shouldn't have been just focusing on what I was doing. So I that's when I started just doing the room and the board. So, unless it was requested. I had a couple of shows that they requested a couple other things to be recorded at the same time and stuff. So,
yeah. You know, I was thinking, if you have everything running through your board like you would, you can probably figure out ways of dumping things down, like dumping all the drum tracks down into one track. Of that, for instance, is just
that would take some. I would have to use a bus setup to do that.
yeah.
And,
I mean, and I'm not saying
it can
like,
be done. It can be done.
Yeah. I mean, and there's even probably better options than that if you were going that route of wanting to get that.
Well, my X32, I could record every single channel.
That's true.
It's such a pretty board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are now redundant and
Yeah.
necessary.
This is more of a portable type, easier setup and stuff.
Yeah. Works great for a setup like this.
And all the music guys are listening to you guys right now, being like, "Yeah, I know what they're talking about.
Uh-huh.
I know what they're talking about."
Nationals all
And
going.
I'm like, "I don't know what the hell you're talking about."
Yeah, in her head just going.
I only half know what I'm talking about. Like,
I try.
so
You would think with being with the sound guy, you would understand after a certain amount of time. But there's so much that goes along with it, and there's so many different things that go with so many different instruments, and it's crazy. You got all these different wires, you got all these different knobs, you got all these things going on all the time. You got to do this tom over here, this guy over here, this guy needs this notch. I don't know how the hell he does it. I really don't. But he
Repetition,
does it.
doing it over and over and over and over
But
and over,
when
and
someone
then
asks
getting
me,
yelled
I'm
at
like,
when
I
I
don't
do
know
it
what the
wrong.
hell.
well,
I don't get
you know,
it. But I love it. I love seeing him
Yep.
do it, and I love everything about it, but I do not understand the talk. The talk and the lingo.
Yeah, I'm still learning the lingo.
if you're a mechanic, you've got like, and you're not a mechanic. You know, there's people who are not a mechanic, and it's like 3/16 socket wrench versus you know whatever something else. You
Socket
know,
wrench sounds like something you'd fix your toilet with. That's
so
That's what-
and,
that's
and the
what
same
normal-
so an XLR
my
cable
mom did.
versus like you
People
know
that are into
a
TRS
T and those differences, like, you know, we don't know. Common people don't
Yeah,
know.
we
How
just don't
how
know.
would you guys? It's not that we're stupid. I mean,
We just
and,
don't know.
but I've been around it.
I'm still in the Stone Age when it comes to how the fuck do they send sound through a wire? It's a wire. It's a piece of metal.
Well,
how
I
does
know.
it get?
I'm talking about this like a record. Like I don't get how like sound is like. I understand that it happens. I just don't get how.
I don't
I
get how
know.
the music can be put into the vinyl.
Little grooves.
Because
It's like-
I know,
Oh, I know,
but you
yeah.
would think that it would just sound like scratch on
Like
scratch.
Because we don't
so it'll go
understand.
Yeah,
back.
we Because we just don't understand.
There's
What-
so much to it.
Well, when I was a kid, man, I was
Science.
I was so detached from the creation of music that it was just magic. Music was just magic. You turned on the box and music came out of it.
Magic. Yeah.
Yep.
And that was it. Like, you know, there was one in the car, there was one in the house, and you turned it on, it was just magic. It was magic music. Just turn that on. Turn that thing on. TV
I
was
looked
cool.
at it as magic, like dark magic and
Oh, no, it wasn't
stuff
dark.
like that. It's,
It was all cool.
you know, it's science and dark science and
Where's this noise coming from? How did it get here?
yep.
Yeah, I had lots of misconceptions about music, and it took me a while, like a long time. Like even after I had a guitar, I didn't understand the putting fingers on frets to hold them down. Like, I just didn't get that. Like, I just thought they were just moving their hands up and down somehow, just doing weird magic things on the thing.
Yeah.
I went through the generation where the only thing that they played on the radio was Phil Collins, because he just had made that exceptional, amazing album. And so I thought that was pretty much it. I thought the whole radio was just Phil Collins.
That one drum fill.
Literally. It was either Genesis or Phil Collins and his soundtrack over and over and over on every radio station. It was huge.
Against all odds.
Yeah. And the Tarzan soundtrack.
Oh, that one.
That too. It was both. He was really popular.
I saw a meme or a little thing on Facebook, and it had the world's largest drum fill, and it was the doo doo doo.
Oh,
but
yeah.
he had toms all the way through his house, or it was like a warehouse. So it was toms lined up all the way down the halls, down the stairs,
That's awesome.
out into the street, out through the yard, zigzagging through the yard, goes through the garden, comes back into the house, back up to the stairs, back to his drum set.
That's right.
So it's like
That's so awesome.
300 drums. Doo 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 doo.
And someone just following him the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
You can look it up. It's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
It's pretty funny.
There's nothing wrong with Phil Collins. It was just that's just a funny thing.
Yeah.
That when I was a kid, that was all that was on the freaking radio for a while.
So I remember about 5 or 10 years ago, like, I all of a sudden, like, just had this epiphany. Phil Collins. And it's like, it just, my whole life, this eluded me. It's like, I missed out on so many opportunities because he was so popular. And it's like, I just could have been making so many Phil Collins jokes. But, he's had his...
From which side?
I would have actually liked to see him in concert or something. I feel like that would be a really cool thing.
He's still alive, ain't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's,
but
so,
he's old. No offense, he's old.
he's had his ups and downs in his career, but he was popular for a reason. Like, he had a very his voice was perfect. Like, in the Genesis era and the early, like, his early solo career, his voice was amazing.
He was in... Oh, no, that was something else.
He was in Genesis and then
Just solo, pretty
I think
much.
just.
No, I thought there was something else that he was in, but I can't
I
remember.
think you have Mr.
Mm-mm.
That's the first-
It was something else, Mister, but I can't remember.
On a side tangent, he's got an ex-wife who has currently seized his mansion in Florida and got armed guards. It's like a $30 million mansion, and she just like kind of just took it over and changed the locks and the codes and put armed guards around it, and like, that's mine now.
It's my house.
How is she getting away with that?
So
I think he's just letting her.
no, he's very uptight about it and wants it back, and it's got a lot of his awards in it, and Grammys.
So
and
he
stuff
can't
like
just
that.
call the cops and say, "Hey."
Well, they got armed guards.
So the cops have bigger guns.
You'll have to look into it a little more. I only know the surface stuff about it. But
Is this the United States, though?
yeah,
Florida.
Oh.
it's also got his entire collection of, or at least the majority of his collection of Alamo memorabilia. And as it turns out, Phil Collins is one of the, if not the most active Alamo collectors in the world.
That.
Who would know?
That's crazy.
But you know who does know? Alamo enthusiasts. Because he's written a book. Phil Collins has written a book on the Alamo. He's got the largest, apparently, or at least what. Maybe he does have the largest private collection of Alamo memorabilia. Maybe that's the deal.
Wow.
And he's just
probably gonna be in his defense to get that stuff back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd be like, that lady needs to get out of his house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just seems like weird that the police wouldn't just say no. You can't do that. That's illegal.
Well, look at this country. The country's in the
I know,
state of
yeah.
chaos.
If
It's
they're not
lawless.
divorced, though, like
No,
if
they're
they're,
No, they're divorced.
they're divorced,
Yeah,
Yeah. So she just
I'm
decided-
pretty sure they're divorced, but
See, if they weren't divorced or just separated and she did that, then there really wouldn't be anything that
Yeah.
the police could do because they technically are still married. But in the fact that they're divorced, that's very odd.
Yeah. Fuck, just find somebody that has bigger guns. Go up there, fucking cap the fucking guys with the guns. Fucking,
That's messed
you know?
up.
well, that's like
It's kind of messed
you know,
up that she just took over his
I'm
house.
going to go back on what I said earlier. Phil Collins is old. That's not why I wouldn't want to see him. But also at the same time it is. Because it just depends. Some musicians are really old. Like, let's say, Ozzy Osbourne. He still puts on a really good show.
Mm-hmm.
But then you see David Lee Roth, and you're like, whoa, what the hell happened?
It's a
hit or miss.
It
Yep.
is. 'Cause
So maybe Phil Collins might still be good. Who knows?
I think Phil Collins, if he was putting on a show, he's of a caliber that's going to probably execute, but you just really don't
Yeah.
know.
So I guess I would still see Phil.
David Lee Roth was always a joker, and he never,
Yeah. He was never
he lost his
a great
voice,
singer.
though. He
He
just
was a
lost
great
it.
entertainer, but he was never a great singer.
Yes, you're exactly right, Chris. That is the truth about it.
Speaking of songs,
Yep, it is time to go to
Yeah.
songs. We'll do it. We'll play some songs that are themed in the Halloween spirit. We'll start off today with a song called Halloween.
Halloween!
in the gutter, singing Usher to your mother, hitting licks for the bread and butter. I'ma stick a sucker for the duck, cause devil got me like a puppet. By the strings, I'm a muppet with a 38. Fuck it, getting mine anyway, anyhow. If you got some shine, I suggest you hit the ground. Black Dickies, black hoodie, black lungs, no goodie, no pussy gonna give me, don't push me. A little grimy hooligan, always on some foolish shit. Jack you for your bread and then he'll help your ass look for it. Robbing bitches for they shoes, jewels, debit card, credit card, knocking fools out, frontin' extra hard. Never really tripping on a fucking afterlife, cause his ass happy if he make it past tonight. Sold his soul for the gold, give a shit about the gusto. Got the devil in him, get fucked, die slow.
I've always known I'm going to hell, and that's just fine, and that's just fine. And I ain't scared of the devil, cause he can't handle mine. He can't handle mine.
Yeah, I'ma eat a face too and give a fuck about it. I'm not a human, I'm a zombie, time to be about it. I'm still pistol whipping pussies out the game, burn a bridge down, I just wanna rage. Keep the party turned up, always been a bad boy. No puffy, puff loud, make a lot of fucking noise. I'm a big buff guy, pop a Barry Bonds pill, kick a little dust up, yelling murder, murder, kill. Okay, somebody told me to represent my city, told them to eat that shit, cause I'ma represent myself when I'm walking up in that mix. I keep it low key, illegally get it poppin', smoke purple weed, mobbing and moving up through your city with that macho man steez, lean pouring out the white cup, foreign white stuff hidden in the Rolls Royce. No choice, this is just the way I live. Devil in my voice, in my blood, in my veins, it's what it is.
I've always known I'm going to hell, and that's just fine, and that's just fine. And I ain't scared of the devil, cause he can't handle mine. He can't handle mine.
Deal with the devil, made a devil out of me, cause I couldn't let go of what I couldn't see. Now that he has got me, he won't let me be. Made a deal with the devil, made a devil out of me. Deal with the devil, made a devil out of me, cause I couldn't let go of what I couldn't see. Now that he has got me, he won't let me be. Made a deal with the devil, made a devil out of me. Then I'm not walking down a dusty, crooked road, thinking it was right and I could barely carry my load. Saw that shit came crashing down, I reaped just what I sowed. You're a demon, not an angel, at least that's what I'm told. First it wasn't bad, the pain was finally gone. Something had replaced it, and that's where things went wrong. Burning on, freezing, this has gone on far too long. The answer's not contained in the lines of this song. Made a deal with the devil, made a devil out of me, cause I couldn't let go of what I couldn't see. Now that he has got me, he won't let me be. Made a deal with the devil, made a devil out of me. Made a
It's warm. You get really hot in it.
I want to pet you.
I love it. But warmth-wise, I was like, I can
Now
do
he's
it
always warm, and I'm always freezing to death.
Well-
I know, but I'm a woman.
He's a
Okay.
Wookiee.
Yeah, that's why I'm not wearing dresses.
He's warm-blooded.
That's
We-
what we do.
We just heard a spooky set of songs. We just heard Deal with the Devil by Carrying Crows. We heard I'm Going to Hell by the Breaklights. And we heard March of the Zombies by Sleeper Cell. And we started it all off with Halloween by Green Apple Quickstep.
Yeah.
See, we are in the Halloween spirit today.
Yep.
Yes, indeed. Wait. Gotta do a Halloween scream. Hold on. Hold on. Here, hold on.
Yep. Lots of spooky songs while you're driving around,
Start it
trick or
up.
treating.
Just a reminder, I'm off duty. This is
I don't think it matters even if you're on duty anymore. I think that
I think they don't care about the pot.
they can just do anything
In our
they want.
state, at least.
The police.
All right.
No, it doesn't matter if you're on duty or off duty. They're probably just rolling through, smoking joints in their cars right now, listening to us, going, "Yeah, we
Yep.
are.
Yep.
You're right."
That's why we eat so much donuts.
Oh, this isn't on right at all.
It hadn't been, but I thought that was maybe the thing.
I
they were
bet you
going
that
for.
if the cops did, they would be
Guys, trying to make me look
I
silly.
bet you that if the cops did, they'd be a lot more relaxed and not so wound up and shit. But of course, the ones that were already paranoid would be 100 times more paranoid. So then,
You know, I'm past that. I'm just so like out of. My hat was on wrong the whole time.
I know.
Nobody told me. I
I
didn't
thought
know.
that was what he was going
I
for.
thought you were just being a character. So
See?
No, I don't want to look like a fool.
sorry, man.
Well, now you pointed it out.
Well, with
Well, I
the
didn't
video,
know.
can't you put like a little sticker on the
Put
video?
a sticker in front of it.
that kind
I
of
see
moves
what
around with you, and then once it fixes it,
It'd be hard. Like, there's things that I am not very good at, or that would just take work. I could figure it out, but it's like, like,
Ooh.
bless you. Oh, goodness.
the wiki form.
I've been telling him his whole life not to hold in his sneezes, and one of these days.
I know! Oh my god. You've had this lecture your whole life?
Literally, like, well, as long
And
as
you
I've known
still
him.
don't
like,
listen?
since-
What is wrong with you?
Have you ever seen me let a sneeze loose?
Honestly, your brain's gonna
Everything would
explode. Or your
spray.
sinus is gonna rupture.
then get a rag. Get,
And I want you to
I
live
did-
for
I had
100
the one thing
years.
I had handy was a plastic thing, and that would have been bad.
Well, I want you
I
to
would've
live
just
a long
sprayed it
time,
sideways.
so you need to start sneezing like
Okay,
a
all right.
normal person.
I sneeze like a fucking maniac. I will.
As long as you're letting them out.
I'll try to go outside or just open a window or something and just let it rip. Just, rah! Shoot. Woo! Like
Oh, if
it-
I was outside, it'd be a totally different thing.
yeah, but
No, you still hold your.
no, actually, he's lying. He is lying because I
Oh.
remember going camping with him and him doing
He's
this. We're outside.
Oh my gosh. Your whole
All right.
life.
Anyways,
I love you, but geez.
back to the music.
No, back to let's cut this thing short.
There's when you do get into just releasing those sneezes too, just letting them go, boy, it's just its own thing. It's an
Oh, yeah.
experience.
My body though, it wants to sneeze, but you know how I do that. I go, but I do it
Look into the light.
like for 20 seconds or
It's
more.
like builds
I
up.
go,
Mine are
and
just
it's
like boom there. I
crazy.
was like, whoa, what the fuck? Where'd that come from?
Nutso. Yeah, or sometimes, yeah, I won't even know I'm gonna sneeze,
There's just, yeah,
and I'm
there's-
walking, and then just go, and then Chris looks at me, he's like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "I don't know what happened there. It just kind of came out."
It's okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, even if I look at the light,
Yeah.
I sneeze.
Roll your eyes back a little bit.
Yeah, I just still.
It's not entirely 100% effective, but it can help for whatever reason. I don't know. It's
For
weird.
some reason,
Roll
though,
your
if
eyes
someone
back
tells
or
me
Leave it
not
like
to
that,
sneeze,
look
I
in the
don't.
light and just like,
Eh.
You know, like if someone talks to you and says you're about to sneeze,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you don't.
yeah.
That's weird, but that happens a lot.
Yep.
Oh, and
Anyways.
everybody, if you go to Jack in the Box and you get the pumpkin spice coffee, I don't think it's pumpkin spice. It's eggnog. But that's okay.
They'll never know.
It's a secret.
It's a secret recipe.
Yeah. I think they might put some pumpkin sauce in it, maybe, or like a pumpkin syrup. But that's 100% eggnog.
They throw a couple pumpkin seeds in eggnog and call it good.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
You've unraveled this conspiracy.
That's it.
It's just like they say the tacos are fish.
The tacos are something. it's not.
My thing is, I think that it would be illegal for them to say it.
Well, they didn't
is
say it's meat.
meat. No, they
say
say it's beef online.
Oh, all right.
I know what you're talking about. I heard this too. Like this
Yeah.
whole thing was unraveled. It's supposed to be tuna fish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fish.
like a tuna.
Weird.
I mean, if you flavored tuna and then added some beef to it,
I
then...
wish people could see our smoke lines up by the lights. Look at the lights.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a
We should
smoky.
turn off like the
Forest.
ceiling light, and it would be all spookier, darker.
We could make it.
That's
spookier.
a lot of smoke.
We could dim the lights and make it spookier. I never even thought of that. But I just thought of how, like in the old days when it was dark. And it
Jump
didn't-
up and pull that far chain over there that's on the ceiling. Connect it to that light. Go ahead and pull that chain.
I think it would just make us look brighter with that thing on.
Trust me. Yeah,
Okay,
trust me.
you're the light and sound man.
I'm bad at adjusting light in a manner that is making it look right. You know, I mean, I just don't have a lot of lighting experience.
What we should do is we should have some really bright lights underneath that shining up, making us look really creepy and spooky. Just hit one switch. There you go. That's it. Not both. No, not both. Just one.
Oh.
Now you gotta break it.
I'm not.
So
There we go. That was the spooky feature.
Okay.
Blinded by the lights.
Dun, dun, dun.
yeah, maybe I can find some nice spooky Halloween sounds to put in here also.
There we go.
Wow. I don't have
Was that
headphones
good?
on, but I have this on, and I got like right there, and it was just catching the sound, and it was like, whoa. It was like my headphones are right there, but it's like I've got headphones on. I'm tripping out, man.
It's the weed,
Yeah,
too.
the plastic.
Not used to having plastic hats on.
I know.
It's been a while.
Just like tinfoil, huh?
I keep all of my costumes.
Yeah?
I've kept every single costume I bought. Like, once I was a teenager.
Yeah,
So, like, I've had that for 10 plus years.
that's rad. I keep a lot of stuff like this, too.
Yeah.
And do have some things. Like, I've got my safari hats up there. They were actually mailed hats, but Chris and I wore these safari hats back from Eugene driving
Oh,
a
yeah.
truck once.
We drove all the way. We're driving up and wearing these safari hats. So people were driving by. We're going like 20 miles under the speed limit because it had a governor on it. And then they're looking up at me and fucking yelling and seeing some guy with a safari hat driving the car. Yeah, it was,
You know, these guys are lost.
oh, yeah.
I just, even before we knew it, the truck had a governor on it, and I'm like, these hats are going to make this trip better.
You guys are funny.
Oh, yeah, it was cool. It was an
Crazy
adventure,
kids.
that's for sure. Stopped a couple times, tried to take the governor off. Didn't work.
Yep, it
Couldn't
was
figure
on
it
there.
out.
It's still on there.
Still on there.
So,
Well, my brother was trying to drive me home from Oregon once, and
Well, that's just
he
the
had
opposite.
just bought in a car, and it was a used car, and we were driving, and he kind of drives a little bit fast. I don't know why. He was driving pretty quick, and we were going over 100. I'm not gonna say the exact,
yeah. He's Mario and Dreddy on
but we went so fast that the governor turned the car off. And so we were out there, there was no street lights, in the middle of fucking, I don't even know where in Oregon, just somewhere. And we're sitting there, and we're like, shit, what are we gonna do? We have no phone service, there's no lights. We're like hundreds of miles probably away from people. And then he's like, you know, let me turn the car on again. And after it took like an hour or so,
Yeah.
or more, for the car to be like, okay,
To reset and
you
be
can
okay.
drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
was
just
so
says,
weird.
have you learned your lesson?
But he didn't know
Are
there
you
was a
going to be
governor
good
on it.
now?
You have to say the magic word like Gandalf at the fucking door of Moria.
Yeah, that's true.
That crazy
We had to
guy.
wait for the sunlight to be at a certain point to put the key into the wall, but
Oh,
they
yeah.
couldn't find it, so they had to wait for the bird to peck at it.
Yeah.
And, oh, yeah, there it is.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't condone the driving behavior, but you can't tell people what to do.
You know, you got to learn your lessons sometimes, but you don't want to learn lessons at the expense of, like, you know, anyone's life or you know, your health in any way. And it's easy to some things you don't consider or don't think will happen. You're like, I'm in complete control, but you don't always know what will happen. That will, you know,
you're in complete control of what you're doing. You're not in complete control of what everybody else is doing.
And even if you are in complete control of what you're doing, you know, like the drummer from Def Leppard was in complete control of what he was doing until he fucking died. Or almost died and lost his arm.
Gosh. Yeah, Vince Neil, that one car accident that he was in.
When he killed that dude. Hanoi rock singer. Yeah.
I think that's partially why he's the way. That's something that you never forget. He's just kind of goes. He's had a hard life, that guy. People give him a hard time. People need to leave him alone.
Well,
he's had a tough life.
He's made his life hard.
I know. That's true.
he's like,
it's true.
This is like, I'm not attacking him or defending him, because I'm much more understanding of people. Like, for instance, last week I mentioned the guy who ran the practice pads and this house that we stayed at and people practiced at, and I referenced him as a tweaker. I don't know that the guy's a tweaker now. I don't know that he's like a shady person now, and I wouldn't like to disparage the person or let those past things reflect on who he is now.
He's probably one of those goth people that dress in costumes that just dance around to one drum beat. They're all swinging their arms around.
Like the guy, Sprockets.
They do it under bridges and stuff.
I don't know what
why.
you're talking about, but
yeah.
I'm not under those bridges.
Yeah. I've only seen videos of it, and it's pretty weird.
Yeah, he's a Viking.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about never mind.
I just made a joke.
I'll take another bong hit.
Okay.
I think I was wearing this the other way because it was more comfortable. But I just put it on in the way that I felt was comfortable. But
I think more of what I was saying is people make fun of people for their weight and stuff like that. And, you know, they do it with Axl Rose, and they make
people
all
make
these
fun
memes,
of people because they're uncomfortable.
They make them
feel
feel bad.
And they don't get it.
And I get it.
Or they're mean.
It's funny. It's fucked up funny, but I get it. But after a while, you just gotta leave people alone. You know?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I get gentle ribbing of friends between friends, or making jokes, or being, you know, critical where criticism is necessary or appropriate, but also, that what you're describing is completely different, and it's malicious and mean.
That's what, more of what I was saying.
Yeah.
The other stuff, he's gonna have people give him a hard time for that for the rest of his life. And
he's got a hard enough life that he doesn't need that extra shit completely. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And, you know, well, I have at times been critical of people like him, and I'll always say, he killed that dude. I should probably let it go. Because, you know, he's had to live with it his whole life, and despite, you know, whatever, and other stuff, you know, he's lost a kid, lots of shit goes on in life, and he's like, what?
Yeah, he's had a crazy ride, that guy. But everyone makes mistakes in their life, and he made that mistake, and like you said, he's gotta live with it now.
Oh yeah, good point to make is, like, there's a whole lot of people in general who are making lots of mistakes right now, socially and politically and in different ways, that
you are at home or sitting right next to one,
and you should be more forgiving to them. But
that's fucked up. That was fucked up.
You know how bad that sounded until after I said it. Ignore what I just said.
That was a bad one.
All right, anyways.
They both need to be more forgiving on both sides, because
absolutely.
You know, so, like, we're like got an election coming up next week, and one side's probably going to win, and the other side is not definitely going to win, and it would be, like, very common for the winners to gloat, and the winners probably will gloat, especially if the current administration wins. They're going to just party like it's 1999 and just rub it in people's faces and be prepared for that. But they're also going to eventually, it's going to come back around, and they're going to lose, and everything that they've been investing in is going to bite them in the ass, because that's generally the kind of thing that happens, especially with the stakes that they're playing with at this point in time. So, and and both sides are at a point where they're no longer viable or right, and it's an unhealthy political system or things to engage in socially. They need to step back from it all and not be so aggressively hateful and malicious, because that's what a lot of it boils down to, is they'll just attack each other and say, oh yeah, but this, but that, look at him, look at this, the scumbag, the thing, this, what about this thing that they did when they were 17 or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're a kid then when you're 17 and 16. And we were talking to a cop yesterday actually about, what he does in certain situations when he finds a 16-year-old drunk on the road. And, he says, you can take him to juvenile hall, sure. But you also have to understand, you were a kid once. What did you do when you were a kid? Did you do that too? Did you steal your dad's beer out of the fridge? Probably a few times, So you have to think like that in life.
We've all made
have more
mistakes
compassion,
to make us better.
And we all make mistakes.
Yep. And not everyone's going to be so lenient, so some of those breaks are good learning lessons that can be the thing you need, and sometimes it is what it takes to go to juvenile hall. Like, fuck you, kid. Fuck, this is the third time. Or this is the first time for me. But
multiple times, then obviously you're asking for it because he let you go a couple times and you're not listening, you're not learning your lesson.
Usually one's not enough, and usually you're going to, but sometimes, I don't know, there's different cases for different individuals, because, I know some people who are scared straight from one instance, we were egging once, and just one time the cops came, and a couple kids were, no, I'm never doing that again. But cops? I'm out. I didn't realize cops would get involved.
That was me when I was a kid. My friends wanted to go teepee houses and stuff, and I was so scared. I just didn't do it. I was like, I can't. I'm scared. I don't want to get in trouble by the cops. I was a big baby.
That's okay.
Yeah. I went home early most of the time. I didn't really ever make it to the big parties. It's like, I gotta go home.
I would make it home early and be try to maintain the illusion of I'm doing everything I'm supposed to, and then I'd sneak out after everyone went to bed.
That's pretty smart, actually. That's a good plan, because then you're home, they see you.
I just went out.
it was a good plan until the cops brought me home.
Yeah,
we
and
found
then you
this
got
kid.
in trouble.
Yeah. It's or another time where I came back and my window was shut.
That was that they
let you outside. They said you can't come back in.
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
Fuck. I gotta knock on the door and wake him up. Fuck. They got me good that time. Yep.
To be a kid again, doing all that craziness. Jeez.
Yep. Trouble.
I remember once when I was trying to avoid a call coming in from the house, and this was back with the old phones, that had the things that you could screw on and off. The phone.
Oh, yeah.
The old phone. You could screw the caps on and off, and then inside those caps was the speakers that could be removed or turned upside down. So if you turn one of these upside down, you can eliminate whether they can hear you or whether you can hear them. And so I had this idea of if I didn't want, I'd also try and sneak home and unplug the phone so that the answering machine wouldn't message, or I would catch the answering machine and erase the answering machine message, which is also another good thing. But then also do that so that whenever my mom would pick up the phone, she would not hear who was calling. They couldn't hear her. They could hear her, but she couldn't hear them, and this prevented communication.
I don't think I've ever actually seen that.
And
you never thought about just cutting the wire?
Well, no, because the phone had to work. The phone had to work.
Well, if you cut the wire to the earpiece,
this prevented that having to do damage. You could just back. And
but it's not like they're gonna open it up and go, oh, the speaker's backwards. Imagine that. How'd that happen?
It'd
be more realistic that if they open it up and the wire was just busted off. They're go, oh, wire's busted off.
Yeah, But I didn't think of it. I was a
I
kid.
know.
This was a way. But
You're being MacGyver.
no, you're not understanding that I could still use the phone then.
Yeah.
I wanted to still be able to use
It's
the
like
phone.
when you put
No.
someone on hold.
But you gotta take it apart, flip it around to use
Right?
the phone, and then
It's
flip
like
it
when
around.
you put someone on hold. Right? Is that what you're trying
Kinda.
to say?
No.
Couldn't put people on hold back then.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I thought
You had to
that
have
was the
a
device
multi-channel.
that would put them on hold.
No.
Wait, no, yeah, you just hit the hang up button really quick, and it would switch with you're on hold or not. But if you held it down long,
that came in the late '80s, call waiting and stuff like that. But you're thinking in the wrong direction. I was trying to eliminate like schools and administrative officials calling and talking.
Oh, I know,
to my
yeah.
mom.
I was going by what you were saying.
Oh, yeah, no. See, I was thinking that you were on the phone with somebody and you didn't want them to hear what you were saying.
No.
So you put them on hold.
No. You're just trying to skip school and have the school.
I get what you're saying. Now you made sure that the calls wouldn't get
to where
they were gonna go.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But you see, you couldn't cut the wire because then nobody could call.
That's my point. Because I still wanted to be able to use the phone to call my friends.
So that makes sense.
And arrange my scandalous behavior. It's like, hey, going out tonight, right?
Well, that's why you just put an alligator clip on. Then you could clip it, unclip it, clip it. Unclip
Again, this was technology I didn't have at my disposal.
I know.
Or knowledge I didn't have. But mine was relatively ingenious with the stuff that I had because I could, again, still use the phone.
Yeah.
And, you see, the phone still worked sometimes. You understand? So this gave the illusion of it's just something that is someone just calling and not talking. Someone's just calling and not talking. What is this? What is this going on? This is weird. Fucking weirdos. Click.
But that'd be weird if somebody was trying to get a hold of them all day long and you're calling. They're just going, what the fuck?
They usually wouldn't be trying that hard.
Yeah, that's true.
Like one or two times of that, and someone's going to get frustrated. It's like they just can't hear me. What the fuck am I wasting my time?
Well, why am I wasting my time? Yep. Our drive-through speaker box went out, and
coffee shop.
People were
So they just yell at you.
They're yelling at the thing, and we're like, "We can't hear you. You need to pull up." And they're like, "What?" And they're yelling, and we're yelling.
So, you guys didn't put a
so we had to put a sign out there after a while.
Uh-huh.
Well, because we had so many cars in the drive-through, so we were trying to figure it out, and then we're like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to go out there." So that's what we did. But that can be frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
4 more days.
4 more days.
Till what?
Till we get to see some more Mandalorian.
Oh,
yeah.
that's pretty
cool. I'm excited about that.
I'm excited.
I don't have the Disney Plus anymore, so I might not see this.
I'm gonna catch my hair on fire here in a second.
I thought you almost did it before. Also, yeah, be very careful. Don't catch your hair on fire.
That'd be really awesome for the viewers on the show.
Some pyrotechnics on this Halloween episode.
Then I could just go buy a mullet wig and call it good.
Will Ashley let her hair
Joe
on fire,
Dirt.
or won't she? We'll find out
after these songs.
All right.
This cold winter night for waking me back into real life. For a moment I was happy, reminiscing memories, but still we share the covers under a blanket of consolation. We were high like satellites. We were high like satellites. It's too late to go to sleep. How we are
given and none received. So I'll be doing that deed and get it done. Watch out, here I come. Hottest motherfucker, and you know I'm fucking running up. Never get caught, cause I'm too smart. Smarter than the law, and I'm quicker on the draw. Never in the pen, will I be put in. This is motherfucker, and I'm creeping. Creeping through the hood, and I'm rolling. Rolling, creeping. Each and every single weekend. Creeping through the hood, and I'm rolling. Rolling, creeping. Each and every single weekend. My brothers, people, what's next? Finding some hoes and getting sex. Cause sex is all, and y'all know I'ma have them all point blank. Using the Noxanol. Nah, nothing's better. But when I get behind roof, all the time loading the hose. With the whip out the close, sex is on. And we goes and goes, OG lover. Yes, I'm on that. So like boomerangs, they all come back to get that hose. No, not no Cheerios, I'm talking about the O's that rhyme with spasm. Giving them what they want, giving them what they need. Is multiple orgasm, satisfaction, and a job well done. Satisfied, so back they'll come. Cause I'm loving them good, loving them right. Holding them tight all night. So when you see me and wonder where I've been, out and about, creeping through the hood, and I'm rolling, creeping, each and every single weekend. Creeping through the hood, and I'm rolling, creeping, each and every single weekend. What time is it? Time to get it on. What time is it? Time to get gone. Up to the north end, down for ours. Yeah, cause we all in. Peeping about for the cash flow, and it's on. So here we go. I crept up to a mug in a Nissan truck. Gun to his dome, and he shit out of luck. Gang come out like a clown. Then commence the beat down. Car checking for the fun of it. Beat 'em down. Cause we loving it. Strip it down and sell the parts to a friend. 5 G's a week for my motherfucking creeping. I said I'm creeping through the hood and I'm rolling. Creeping. 3 pieces every single week. Creeping through the hood and I'm rolling. Creeping. 3 each and every single week. Kicking back, chilling with my friends every day. You can't be creeping. Home, doing nothing but drinking, gambling, and around with you fucking. Minding ours and our own. Kicking back on the porch of my home every day. Can't be a party and every night. You can't be slamming everybody, but you'll get caught when you're running show with dick in hand for the man to slam into jail. Hell, man, you'll be under it. 10 to 20 years, another statistic. American, you ain't what I wanna be. Hell, not a jail cell. Hell, if I'm gonna be shit for real, a serious situation. Can't be very days, so I need a vacation. So it's off to Cali to begin a vacation full of creeping through the hood, and I'm rolling, creeping, every single week, creeping through the hood, and I'm rolling, creeping, each and every single weekend. Boom.
Now,
from that
We're
exciting
back.
set of songs. You just heard Pumpkins and nope, sorry, it's Knives and Pumpkins. According to this, it says Knives and Pumpkins. I think I have always called it Pumpkins and Knives.
We have pumpkin stickers.
And knives. There's a knife around here somewhere.
Probably.
Before that, so that was Spooge, of course.
Splooge.
No, Spooge.
Spooge, yeah.
Yeah.
They're a great band.
Before that, we heard Creepin' by the GCP. That's Gangsters Claiming Peace
I
from the
like that
90s.
one a lot.
Yeah, it was good. And we heard Ghost by the Mondays. And we started it all off with Werewolves Are Bigger Than Normal Wolves by At Night.
I like that name.
Oh.
At night.
It's good for Halloween. It's a good
Yes.
Halloween theme. Night,
Good Halloween
night,
song.
You know, when you think of Halloween, you think nighttime.
Yep.
It's going to be dark. We're going to
Yep.
trick or treating.
Yep.
And then get wasted.
Definitely
around
get
Halloween.
wasted, yeah.
Those are the two things I would associate with Halloween: trick or treating and getting wasted.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That sounds about right.
it just kind of transfers. You know, you go for a while, you're collecting candy. Fucking let's get wasted. It's that time.
You know, I
You're
don't
a grown
think it's
up.
fair
Let's
that
get the candy.
adults
Let's
can't
get
go
wasted and
trick-or-treating.
go steal the the candy from the little kids.
That's kind of your transitional phase, actually.
We should all still be able to go trick or treating. It should still be allowed for everybody.
Yeah.
Not those creepers, just like
No, it's just that could be going a lot of different ways. Really.
And you know, it's just cold, and also
it's just
Yep.
cold.
Exactly. It's fucking cool.
That's the reason.
Let's just leave it at that.
well, that just to be my top priority.
Well, they
of
tried
it.
to change the law though, where you had to not after 14. I thought that was a little young. Yeah, some places like it's kind of one of those.
Well, that's hard to regulate, and
When
I
I
can
was
see that causing
16,
a
I
lot of
went trick or
problems.
treating.
I think that all depends on the people giving out the candy. I mean, just look out the door. If they look like they're fucking
Weirdos, don't
grown men, fucking just don't answer the door.
You can just wear a costume where they don't know how old you are.
Mhm.
You can just be a super tall person.
Duck down a little.
Exactly.
Trick or treat. That sounds like an old lady.
Yeah, I don't know.
You probably don't say it like that.
Yeah.
They won't open the door for you.
I don't know what candy I would eat in excess anymore either to get that much. Like, I just avoid most candy. I eat chocolate and peanut butter. That's what I eat. Yeah,
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah. I mean, I could get Reese's, of course, but then that's like not quite as good as peanut butter, and it's not quite as good as chocolate. I would rather have dark chocolate, and it's cheaper and more economical, and I get way more for my money. And you know,
Yeah.
it's like I remember seeing those commercials as a kid when they started. You know, Reese's commercials. You got me your chocolate and my peanut butter. No, you've got your peanut butter and my chocolate. And it's like, well, like they're
What
great
do we do
together.
now?
Two great tastes that go great together. Yeah, and so why don't we share? Blah 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 blah. Well, why don't you just go and buy that shit still? Like, you're wasting your time with the candy bar. You've been duped by the candy.
You know, it's
Big
really
candy.
good. Dark chocolate and sharp cheddar cheese.
Yep. I love a dark
Probably
chocolate
is
pretzel
awesome.
with cheese.
If you
So
warm up
good.
the dark chocolate so it's just warm, dip some cheese
yeah.
in that. So good.
I gained a lot of pounds at the deli department during the holidays eating dark chocolate pretzels and cheese.
Yeah.
That is my favorite. Yeah.
There's a lot of things like this that exist that we don't necessarily consider immediately, but like other cultures, they eat them all the time. You know, just cheese and apples and chocolate and just mixing, matching things. It's like it's the way it goes. Yeah, and you don't. Yeah, I might, but I don't eat as much cheese anymore either, to be honest. So I still eat a little cheese. But,
My favorite is M&M's.
yeah.
M&M's.
Those are my favorite.
My favorite probably is Reese's as far as those kinds of things go, and Kit Kats are pretty good too.
I like Dove.
Me
Dove's
too.
pretty good.
Every Christmas I get him a bag of Dove.
Yeah,
Dove chocolate. It's just a smooth,
Yeah.
smoother chocolate and stuff.
I like a good plain Hershey bar though too. Just a plain old.
Oh, see, I just put that
regular-
right in peanut butter. I used to
You
use the
dip
sweet
it in the peanut butter.
No.
That's smart.
But I
That
prefer
probably
dark
tastes good.
chocolate again than anything else. Because, you know, if I have a choice, that's what I'm going to go for. It's like, and I try to have a choice.
And that's
Well, if
okay.
you buy stuff in advance enough, then you do okay. You can stock up on things.
Some people buy the black licorice and some people buy the red. It's all in your taste buds.
I don't mind black licorice. I've never been one of those people who hate black licorice. Some people can't stand it or won't
I
stand
cannot
it.
even. I don't want to
I
smell
hate
it. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to taste it.
Yeah.
I hate the stuff.
So are there things that
Ugh.
are like, that have that kind of undertone or aftertaste or something that you don't like either?
I do not like Jaeger at all. Tastes just
Well, that's
like
very,
black
very
licorice. Other
lateral.
way.
What about like sausage? You like sausage?
Well, I like sausage, but I don't taste licorice.
No, but there's like this fennel that is very
Oh,
similar.
fennel sometimes can be overpowering for me. I don't always like that. What else was I gonna? Oh, there's another thing that kind of tastes like licorice, but I can't think of it right now.
Oh.
But I just don't like it. And there's a ice cream shop in town that they sell black licorice, just black licorice ice cream. Ugh.
My mom loves that.
My grandma used to eat bags and bags and bags and bags of it. I just could never. Ugh.
I've
Not
got
my
a
fave.
black licorice ice cream story I'll tell you in a second. Continue entertaining.
Oh yeah, root beer. That was what I was thinking. Sometimes root beer can have a black licorice taste depending on
Yeah.
how they make
The
it.
sarsaparilla one, I
Yeah.
think it is.
It just has that kind
Yeah.
of taste to it. And the one that we have at Cascades was pretty good, but it just had that kind of taste to it. It was just, it had a licorice taste I couldn't get past.
Interesting. All right, this is where I take over because
Yeah.
Potter's got the man in the camera and stuff.
He's
We're
doing
almost
things.
upon some really crazy stuff. We got Halloween. We got a meteor that's supposed to strike before the election or some stuff like that.
No way.
Yeah, I swear.
Is it
It's
gonna hit in New
it's
York?
been on the news
New
quite a
York.
few times, I guess.
Tissue go.
Yeah.
I lost my tissue.
You know, there's a napkin on top of the. I was going to tell you before, but they're on top of the fridge. I didn't remember it until you'd walked out, but I used one earlier to try and clean
I'm
the
getting
weird
it.
thing off my keyboard.
Ugh.
So
There it is.
I remember being a kid, and I was probably 10 or 11 years old in this vicinity, 10, 11, 12, somewhere in that range. And we lived on the hills outside of Ording, right in Graham, Ording area. And I went to Ording Elementary and subsequently junior high, but this was probably still elementary school range.
Wow.
So, there was not much going on in Ording back in the 70s and 80s, but there was the Wayside Drive-In. And the Wayside Drive-In, it's still a place now. It's a different place, but it's in the same location like as the Wayside Drive-In was. Whatever that burger place is right down there in Ording, or not, the pizza place.
Oh, Trackside Pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it's right there on your right.
That
as
was
you
a
go into town.
drive-in?
It was not a drive-in. It was called the Wayside Drive-In. And it was just a burger joint.
Oh, okay.
And that was all. And they had like a dozen or so flavors of ice cream in there. And maybe it was 12, 16, I don't know. A bunch of flavors, though. Decent amount of flavors there. And one of them was licorice ice cream. And I always wanted to try it, and everyone was like,
No, you gotta go with the regular stuff.
But one day I got to try it. I got a licorice ice cream cone. And it was just a gob of black licorice ice cream. And it was not as good as, you'd want it to be. It was licorice. Like, I didn't mind licorice, so I just thought it would be good. But no, it's probably what really made me like, licorice is just Also, this wasn't the worst part about it. First of all, your mouth, your tongue.
Oh, you're black.
Yeah, it's just this, or dark green or weird, and it's just like, ugh, that's gross and weird. And then, my turds.
Oh yeah, black.
They were like green or weird. It was just weird, like weird green, dark green, far out.
Don't eat my daughter's husband's edibles.
Yeah.
Oh my God, your poop is just like a bright green and stuff. It's like,
He
holy
used
cow.
the Captain Crunch berries,
Oh.
but there's so much of it, it just totally.
Oh, but they were so good,
Yeah.
and
They're
the
amazing.
effects that they were so Anyways,
Yeah.
back to your dark poop story.
Yeah, that was about wrapping it up. That was about the end of it. Like, it scarred me. I was like traumatized by it, and
Probably
like,
looked like a mummy when you wrapped it up.
I don't know.
Ooh. We're getting to that part of the show.
Scratching my head too.
Oh my goodness.
Was your helmet?
Yeah.
He's done being a Viking?
Not necessarily. I'm just trying to adjust my.
You could probably bend it a little bit to make it fit better, or have you already done that?
I don't want to run the risk of damaging it. Okay, I used to crack tapes. Because tapes, and this was old years ago, but tapes, as we got older and tapes got older, tapes used to have these issues sometimes, and one of the ways of helping them out, cassette tapes, your old little tiny cassette tapes, I used to crack them like we crack our knuckles, and just as a light, and it helps set things.
Well,
back.
it's the spindles, the spools get stuck.
Uh-huh.
Because I would tap them on stuff.
Gotcha, yeah. Because
Same thing.
if something like that happens and one of the spindles doesn't turn, but the other one is turning, then it'll
it's
cause
just
tension
feeding.
and break your tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why generally nowadays, especially because of the rarity of using them, is to fast forward them a little bit and
Back and
rewind
forth,
them
back
a
and
little
forth.
bit
That's what I do. Yeah,
before
yeah.
you play them.
Yeah.
So they're already loosened up.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
what I discovered with this whole recording device thing that we've got that I've been recording tapes with. That's exactly it. Because I, many years ago, tried to do this, and as tapes got older, again, they became a little more brittle, and I just broke one in half. I was like, oh. Just trying to, I was just lightly cracking it, but it was so old that it just...
Mm-hmm. Probably already been cracked a couple times.
Yeah. They can only last so long, these tapes. And that probably wasn't helping their lifespan, actually.
Probably not.
Me cracking them.
Yeah. Probably not.
Tapes, though, I'm surprised, when we were young, tapes, we knew had a limited lifespan.
Mm-hmm.
But we also would find tapes that were very old that were preserved and sounded great. And even still, we're now 30 years removed from that. And still, we find tapes that still sound
Oh my god. Our
okay.
tape collection is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got quite
We've
a
got
few,
a
yeah.
lot. We gotta go through it.
Yeah, it can be a
we
burden.
do.
Well, now's the time to digitize it and then just store it in a place where you don't need it anymore.
Cool, dry place.
My thing is, I'm gonna keep all of the casing.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I'd keep like the plastic or whatever or the paper, but I gotta keep something from it. So I'm not just gonna toss it.
I've done the same stuff with like CDs and tapes and stuff like that. Done the same thing, and then eventually, something happens to that stuff. But I understand the whole idea of it. And where I'm at now with a lot of things is trying to fill holes of getting the images from those different things that I've got and liner notes. I'm not so into that, but it is part of that package. Mm-hmm. So if someone really wanted it, then I myself have always just been more into the song, and having the artwork, just the cover of a record or whatever, is good enough. But not everyone. Some people want more than that, and sometimes I want more than that, depending on what it is.
Yeah. No, I get that.
But I don't see. I have a hard time letting go. Once I digitize stuff, I still don't want to let it go. I want it to just be stored somewhere.
Because it's like the hard copy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
because if anything goes wrong with digital, then yeah, you still want it still, and you're gonna be sad if you don't have it. That's my problem with getting rid of stuff. I get the concept of doing that, you know, and digitalizing it and everything, but I just can't get myself to do it because I know I'm not going to get rid of my stuff.
Yeah, but the purpose of it is that stuff then doesn't get worn out.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't think I will wear all
because
that
tapes, records,
out. I got too much
8 tracks, stuff like that, they have a lifespan.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, CDs, they don't necessarily have a lifespan.
But they can get worn.
And scratch.
Yeah.
Only from handling. Because if you literally don't touch it and just put it on the thing, it can be done over and over and over and over and over and over indefinitely. As long as the conditions are proper for that.
Yeah,
because nothing's physically touching it. The laser's touching it.
Someone's going to come in and put that down and use it as a coaster. Those motherfuckers always do this, you know it.
Well, that always happens,
true.
yeah.
Like, I don't know how many decades I've been telling people, why did you set the CD down on this surface? What are you thinking? Like, what is going on here? And you'll find stacks of them all over the place. Still, to this day, we could probably walk over there and find one right now.
I see a stack right there.
Well, yeah, but there's not a raw CD. So.
It looked like there was one from here.
There could be.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
I'm not trying to.
But the fact that I found a stack
either.
of CDs so fast,
Yeah.
I mean, I should get 1 point.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there probably is one
Yeah.
over there.
E for effort. All right.
I like that you said E for effort.
What?
I like that you said E for effort because most people say A for effort. I don't know why.
I saw
how
a
they
Chick-fil-A.
spell it.
I saw a Chick-fil-A commercial where they start talking about what the A in Chick-fil-A means, but then they talk about all kinds of things that don't have anything to do with A. And it's just a really frustrating commercial. I've started watching Survivor on Hulu, and Survivor's got commercials in it.
And it's a lot of
Hulu's
Chick-fil-A
got
ones.
commercials in it because I've got Hulu through my phone, so it's just free. And then I'm rewatching Survivor, and it's got commercials. They mix their commercials up, and they're short enough that I don't mind them at all, and don't notice because I'm barely watching the show anyway. I'm doing other stuff over here.
Yeah.
But what was the point?
The A for
A.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
A for
this
effort.
Chick-fil-A
Yeah.
commercial. I didn't get it. Didn't get it at all. A. When I think of A, I think of, how wonderful it is to tell customers that that life is great. And it was like, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes
Yeah,
no damn
that's
sense.
when you just go, oh, okay. Yeah.
Like-
Next commercial.
Well, mostly commercials have no effect on me at all. But again, you see a lot of these repeatedly and repeatedly. Then there's one that I only saw once, but it was like a dude dressed like lice, and he was talking about getting lice, and it's like, like,
Oh
Wow.
yeah, there's always those like, insect, like raid. What are those people that go in your house and raid the bugs?
ortho or raid or
Yeah, like they
Yeah.
raid the bugs and they freaking have the big giant bugs in the commercial.
Exterminator.
It's creepy. Yeah. And they're all bigger than the exterminator. And the
Yeah.
exterminator's coming in.
just like that tick. The
Get
tick.
'em.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Gosh,
just
I
like
hate that freaking.
What about that roach that tries to get in that? She was talking to that lady, trying to let her him into the house.
Oh yeah, the freaking bug was knocking on the door, and she opened it, and he was like, "Let me hear."
He was trying to sell something, trying to get her to let him in the house.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty far removed from commercials in general. Like, I'm very good about not being affected
was a
by
great
advertising at all, and tuning it out in general. But then also, because I don't watch normal stuff like normal people, I don't see them for sometimes years at a time. So, I like, if they can be funny, then it should be funny. I think commercials should try to be
I don't
funny.
know why we saved the funny commercials for Super Bowl. I feel like we should have the funny commercials all the time.
It just started to trend that way, unfortunately. Just everything trends in a negative direction after a while.
I like a funny commercial, and you bring some of them back.
I think once society collapses and we start rebuilding, and we're doing it in little
might have
regional
some funny
pockets. Yeah,
Slowly going to the idiocracy stage.
I think we're not going to make it. We're not going to make it
To that stage?
completely. Yeah. It's going to be like too many things are going to happen like in the future that are going to be like, oh my god. Like when this country blows up one of its own cities, just to prove a point, because they don't like some people in it. That's when we will like.
That already happened.
Well, again, in modern times, like when they kill all the white people in the city too, like that's when people will all of a sudden go, "Oh my God, what has this come to?"
What is the world going to?
Yeah.
No.
Let's get out of here. That's why Canada closed up.
Hey, Canada better watch the fuck
I'm
out,
kidding.
man, because this country in the
Making
next
a
4
joke.
years might be invading Canada and Mexico too.
Oopsie
We're just going
daisy.
to take it all over.
Either that or they're going to be invading us.
No, they ain't. No.
No, they don't want anything to do with
We will invade Canada and Mexico, and then that will force the rest of the world to just put a fucking hammer down on us and say, no, it's time for you guys to settle down, break you guys up. England will get a chunk, China will get a chunk, Canada will get a chunk, the Indians will get their nation back. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It'll be utopia.
I think he just pretty much said it. Yeah. He said it.
There might be an America still, a United States, but it'll be like 7 states, and it won't be probably ran by
It'll be
white
like
people.
reservations now.
Or that asteroid's gonna come hit us in a few days.
Well, I guess there's like a 0.02 something chance it's going to hit, but I guess it's,
But it's right there coming at us.
yeah, well,
Maybe they're just saying it's that because they don't want to scare the shit
yeah,
out
and
of us.
they're saying that
But the thing's gonna blow us up.
At the angle it's supposedly coming, it probably most likely burn up. I mean, if it was coming straight at it, it'd be a little bit different, but it's coming kind of like a skipping type one, so that make it burn up easier.
You know what they say?
Huh?
You know what they say?
What?
The angle of the dangle is inversely proportionate to the heat of the meat.
Oh boy. We should probably go to songs after that.
Yep.
Let's take a walk around the hall. Think you know what's there. If I'm a being, then I am a dove. But man don't wanna care. Shut your eyes and raise your hands. Can you imagine it? Yeah. Diseases carry us through the mud. No, it's not even there. Yeah. As the trees shades from green to red, I know they said it all in my head. Pretty wings sing a new way, killing discussions and all singing rain. Mountains explode because they're sick and tired. All eyes on the velvet cake, yeah. All the morning keeps us fair. Cast it in for the devil's sake. Breathe it in, but never breathe it out.
colors are worn and fair, yeah. All the lying keeps us down from dying. No, I don't even care.
break my bones, but these words will live to haunt me. Jack and Jill ran up that hill. Who spilled my fucking coffee? Skeletons and fire with broken hands. They really do not love or understand. Skeletons and fire with broken hands. They really do not love or understand. Yeah.
are back. That was it. That was our set of songs there. That
All
was
right.
Hi, we're back. We just heard Lucky Me doing The Witch, old Sonic's classic. And we heard Skeletons by 8 Days Clean. We heard Spider Soup by the Rhino Humpers. It's actually Rhino Humpers. I don't think there's a "the" on there. I keep wanting to put a "the" on there, but really
Just Rhino
Humpers, just like Scorpions. They're not the Scorpions.
Oh.
They're just Scorpions.
I
And
always say the Scorpion.
yep, we're not supposed to. And we started it all off with Mr. Master, Killers in the Shed.
I just want to make a disclaimer really quick. I do not have the coronavirus. My nose is running because it's fucking 20 degrees outside. It's cold.
I can't tell because I'm wearing a Chewbacca outfit. So
We're good. We're safe.
Yep.
We got hand sanitizer. We got Clorox wipes over there.
Yeah, doing
I just
good.
want to say, because I know someone's going to say something about my nose.
Yeah.
Maybe not. But
Sniffles, I don't think, are an immediate indication of coronavirus.
You know, I heard that they found possible water on the moon. Either that or like one molecule off from actual water. So yeah.
So I guess what now we're gonna have plans to move to the moon. Yeah. Mission
Kind of crazy.
20.
I think it was on
I
CNN.
was waiting for the punchline.
66.
No
dad
punchline.
joke,
No, it says that they were
Boundaries
saying
around
that I
areas.
guess they're going to be going back to the moon by like 2023 or something like that. The next couple of years, they're going back to the moon and stuff. And,
Conquer it,
yeah,
blow it up, blow some things
Probably
up,
throw another nuke at it, see if it rings like a bell like it did last
drill
time.
some holes in it. Yeah, do some testing.
Siphon all the aliens out of it.
Well, we
Alien
can
souls.
just treat this planet better. We wouldn't have to move to another planet.
It's a good point you make, Ashley. We have these geniuses like Tesla, the guy who makes these cars or whatever. What's the guy's name? Or the guy who runs Tesla?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that the guy isn't a genius or doesn't have good ideas, but he's also a supervillain and a terrorist because he wants to send people to Mars. This planet's fucked. It's getting more fucked. It's not being fixed, but you want to send people to Mars. And people want to prop this up and say, well, you know, the effort of doing that makes us better here for some reason. But we need to be better here first.
Oh.
Yeah, and not just go to some other planet and mess it up.
Be bad there, too.
Yeah.
Like, we're not responsible here now. Period. In any capacity. We're not capable of doing that. First of all, we're not capable. There's things that they just cannot fathom about making that kind of effort and that leap. And it's a fruitless, stupid, redundant, stupid thing. Like, again, we've not even got shit on the moon. They want to go to fucking Mars. All right?
Nope.
Baby steps, you know? Like, see what's going to happen to people after they live on the fucking moon for 20 years before you try and send them to Mars and try and go fucking corn in red dirt. It's not gonna, you know? And just the getting there, all the stuff. You saw Planet of the Apes, what happened just on First of all, chick died mid-flight because her fucking capsule thing cracked. And who saw that coming? Nobody. Or they would have prepared for it.
Yep.
And then they went back in time and they would have fucking put a flux capacitor or some shit on there to keep that from happening too. But no, they
or
didn't.
at least talk
and now
to
they're
Stewie.
back in time, but they're not even back in time. They're in the future. And it's Planet of the Apes. And it's all fucked. And everyone's talking. All the monkeys are talking. And they're lobotomizing dudes because they're black. It's just fucked up.
Yep.
It's a messed up movie.
Yep. Well, it's just that you don't fuck with things. You don't know what you're messing with.
Yep.
Fix it here first before you try and go off into space and conquer space.
Yes.
You're not prepared for it. You're and we should just take better care of ourselves, each other, like our world. Our air should be cleaner, our sea should be cleaner, our things should pollute less. We should be relying less on fossil fuels and more on solar electricity and other things. Show's over. It's all done. We're done.
That's when you're done. He just hit his face. I was listening.
Luckily, it's got the foamy thing on it.
He went
Yeah.
doop, right into the face.
It's a fat lid.
Oh, that's a good conk. Yes.
All right. Well, we did it. We made it through our Halloween episode.
All right.
Thanks for watching this spooktacular special event.
Yep.
Thank you, Potter,
Yes.
for all those awesome Halloween tunes.
Yep,
Yes.
there's more on the back end. Be sure to check out all those other songs. And check out the links in the description down below. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And find our other channels and subscribe to our RSS feed or whatever it is, or our podcast thing. And
Word from our sponsor.
that's right,
Okay.
Chewie. You said it, Chewie.
Yeah.
Where'd they dig up this old fossil?
All right, bye-bye.
Let's rock! Sitting alone in a crowded room, don't you even see me? Screaming out loud, still just in silence, don't even see me. Eyes on me! Eyes on me!
and structures destroy the world around me. I am walking tall, burning souls and breaches. Who am I? I zombie! I zombie! I zombie! Standing all alone in a crowded room, don't you even see me? Screaming out loud, still just in silence, don't you even hear me? I am punching faces, breaking bones and structures, destroy the world around me. I am walking tall, burning souls and bridges. Who am I? I zombie!
Your heart stop. I'll put my foot up in your ass. I'll fucking bark just like ha, ha.
bravely. He will seek you out. Wait until you're back in town. Maybe he'll eat you out to make you feel like you're wanted around.
my soul to the devil so I can sing that rock and roll. Gave up my freedom and heaven so I can play the rhythm and soul. Now sitting at a bus stop, waiting for my ride. This old man walks over and he looks me in the eye. He said, see that guitar in your hand, you wanna play bad? Come with me and you will see that I am your man. I can teach you to be the best that no one can compare. But I want something till you see the boy ain't out there. Boy, I just want one thing, so we call this trade I'm leaving. I want your immortal soul, so you can get to heaven. I gave my soul to the devil, so I sing that rock and roll. Give up my freedom and heaven, so I can play that rhythm and soul, yeah. Soul to the devil, oh yeah. Soul to the devil, oh yeah. Soul to the devil, oh yeah. Soul to the devil, yeah. You might not either. What's the point if you can't play the music even in heaven? I gave my soul to the devil so I can sing that rock and roll. Gave up my freedom and heaven so I can play that soul, yeah. My soul to the devil, so I can sing that rock and roll. Gave up my freedom and heaven, so I can play that rhythm and soul. Well, I gave my soul to the devil, so I can sing that rock and roll. Gave up my freedom and heaven.
thousand senses try to get back inside of you. So it's back to the velvet underground. Better plant some flowers, for it all comes down to you.
keep you. Toy, they get you. You cast them out, they'll put you in the rack, they'll stretch you. You cast them out, they can see, but you can't. They'll stalk you in the night, anytime, anywhere. They don't care about your flight. Hold out, play you can. There ain't no way to stop them. You don't care. When you're dead, that was somebody else's problem. You can run, you can hide, they'll get you. You cast them out, and shit. You live, they let you. You cast them out, they'll keep you. The toy, they get you. You cast them out, they'll put you on the wreck, they'll stretch you. You cast them out.